Hey, my name is Alan Casiano, and I don't know, I've never done this before, but I'm currently on a fast, and I felt the Holy Spirit telling me to make this video. Um, it came to me right now. I don't even know what I'm gonna speak about, but maybe I'll start with my testimony. I've had like a rough childhood, you can say. Maybe not rough, but sad, I guess. Growing up without a father, and my mom working all day, all night. I have no siblings, but I do have my grandparents, but I've always felt like I needed somebody. I always felt alone. And growing up, it was just I had depression when I was such a young age. Suicidal thoughts since I was a little kid. Once I turned into a teenager, those thoughts only grew. But good thing I grew up with a Christian home. I always knew and believed in God, but there were so many things going on with me in such a young age, and I never understood why God would make me go through that at such a young age, and just I felt like he didn't love me. I never understood why he would make me go through that many years filled with anxiety and depression and just hating myself, hating life. Waking up was the worst thing imaginable. I just didn't want to live I just didn't want to live. Good thing I didn't take my own life, but there were some days where I was on the breaking point where I was going to take my own life. But there was always something holding me back. There was always someone that was just wait another day. Just let's see how it goes. And good thing, because I didn't know it at that time, but that was God. That was Jesus. He had plans for me that I would never known of. A couple years ago, well, I'd say about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I was living my life the same, but I started working out and I feel like I got better mentally, and I was starting to enjoy life a little bit, and but there was still this emptiness inside. I would pray to God every once in a while, but I did not reflect his image at all. I was a sinner. I was addicted to porn. I was doing all and just sin. I was sinning every day, so everywhere. Like I was corrupted like to the max. Like I was not living a good lifestyle. Not a proud one either. And when did it start? I would pray to God many times a week, maybe almost every day, to take away my porn addiction. I was heavily, heavily addicted to porn. Like bad. Like I would ask for forgiveness every single night. And sometimes after I ask for forgiveness, a couple minutes later I'll do it again, and that's one of the worst feelings ever, because you feel so useless. You feel like literal filth. You feel like living garbage, and it was just bad. But I just kept trying. I was like, I put my faith in him, and I was like, maybe one day I'll get freed. But I didn't truly believe it. I thought I was gonna live in sin my entire life. I knew He was God, He was the Almighty, but I didn't put my trust in Him that much. Not as much as I thought I did. I thought I put all my trust in Him, but I didn't. But little by little, I started reading the Word. Every day I would read a chapter. And little by little, I stopped feeling this emptiness inside my heart. Little by little, I felt joy. I wanted to get closer to God. And I was getting really close to God. And I loved it. I felt happy. I felt like my life was changing. I was talking to people about God. I wasn't ashamed to spread the gospel. But I was still living in sin. I was still chained up by sin. I was not truly free. And I was chained up by sin, and how can I say this? I didn't feel free. I don't know. Sorry. But one day, my friend of mine just he invited me to this church event. And I didn't want to go, to be honest, because I didn't really like that church. I mean, I grew up in that church because I went to school in that church, and I had so many problems in that church. Like I have only bad memories in that church. This is the worst thing ever. But every day he would tell me, go. There's one more day. There's 4 more days for you to apply. 3 more days for you to apply. And the last day I applied. And I went, and it was truly I think it was those 4 days. I think it was 4 days. It was this little event that was going on. And in those 4 days, my life had completely changed upside down. This was, I think, a month ago. But it was a life-changing event. It was a very life-changing event. Like, I was delivered, and my addiction to porn, I think it started when I was 12, 14, 13, I don't know. I'm turning 18 next month, but it was many, many years that I didn't go without it. And I can say after that, I have not even touched it. I have not even wanted to. I was completely free. And it was the greatest moment of my life. Now I want to live for Jesus. I can truly say I'm going to live my life for God 100%. I don't care what people think of me. I'm going to live my life for God. And that's it. I hope this word gets spread out and helps other people. Just so you can know that you're not alone. If you're living in sin, just don't give up. I said I was a Christian for many, many years and was living in sin. But just know that there is hope, and hope will arrive, and that hope is Jesus.